please return to the book of 1 Kings. 1 Kings chapter 19. We're going to be getting to 2 Kings this morning, but I want to remind you of where we had left off in 1 Kings chapter 19. And as you're turning there, I have some thoughts for meditation. As I said earlier, God is working across generations, across centuries, and across millennia. He's working with billions of individuals in the world today, and he's working through not just the individuals and caring for them, but he's also thinking about whole societies and nations. That God is the God who knows everything. He knows everyone, and that he has a plan that is in accordance with his character for every individual and every nation across all of time. That is a knowledge that is too much for us to understand. It's too high, as the scripture says. We cannot attain it. The hymnal says that God is only wise. That's inspired by the scripture that Paul wrote to Timothy, speaking of the only wise God. Now, wisdom is one of those attributes of God that we often say is a communicable attribute. It's one of God's attributes that he can share with us. He can communicate it to us. And yet, in one sense, even God's communicable attributes are also uniquely his. Though God shares wisdom with us, we are not all wise the way that God is wise. And a case could be made that if you are not all wise, then you are not truly wise. That in order to have knowledge, you have to have all knowledge. In order to have wisdom, you have to have all wisdom. So even though we have knowledge and we have wisdom, we know in part, and we're wise.